So guys, what happens to the narcissist when you become successful? That's the question. And that's the topic for today. And I'm going to tell you what happens. One or two things are going to happen. Probably both. At some point in time, both are going to happen. One, they're going to hate you, resent you, become very jealous and envious towards you. And two, they might think they're fooling you. They might try to show you fake love here, fake love there, try to do certain things so they can get up all in your blessings. Because either two is what they're going to do. They're never going to be in the middle with it. They're either going to do one or the other. And you know what? The love they show you, it's just not genuine. It's just not. Like, they will do whatever they can do so they can be a part of your blessings. So they can smoke from your weed pile. So they can get money from you when you go through a drive-through. Things like this. Those are stupid examples, but it is what it is. This is what they do. They're going to tag along whenever they can get blessings from you, whenever they can get money, whenever they can get things that benefits them. Even a narcissist partner that you might have. They might not have wanted you at one point in time, but now it's like, when you become successful, when you get your shit together, now it's like, now they hit you up. And you would be a stupid, stupid person to ever let something like that happen, or to ever let a person like that in your life when you know damn well what's going on. Like, that'd just be ridiculous. You want to attract those types of people into your life when all of a sudden you start to do good for yourself? I don't think so. They don't deserve a spot. Now, you might meet new people and attract new people, but guess what? They didn't do you wrong before. They did not do you dirty before. There's certain people you got to give the benefit of the doubt to. There's certain people that you want to give a chance to. But for the people that show their true colors, you've seen what you saw. And there's no going back. That's the thing. You can't let somebody like that back into your life. And if you're any bit smart, you're just not going to. Like, your own instincts will not let you let a person like that back into your life after what has happened. You see things happening all the time with guys and girls. Like, a guy might have been on the same level-ish as a girl, and all of a sudden the girl leaves because she wants something different, or she just wants to leave because she has too many options, and all of a sudden the guy becomes successful and the girl tries to come back. It's a cliche thing. And you're going to see things like this happen. And should you take her back after she left? She decided to leave. She decided to ghost you. She went and got ran through, and she thinks it's alright to come back, as if nothing not even happened. Now you're successful. You did the work. You did the dirty work while she went out and had her fun, and you did everything you should have done. But she didn't want to be a part of it because she wanted to have fun, and she thought you were boring. She thought the whole process was just boring. So she does what's convenient for her. She goes, she has her fun, lives that cliche dumbass life that all these women think they can live, and then end up with the best thing. And it's just never going to happen, because when you get ran through as a woman, and this is just an example, your value goes way down. The more sexual partners a woman has, a promiscuous woman, her value significantly decreases. Doesn't increase, it decreases. And it's not the same for men. And I explained this in another video, but it's just true. Oh, you're sexist. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. No, I'm telling the truth. And everyone that's any bit smart at all agrees with this statement. So this is just another example. They are entitled people. They think they can come back when it's convenient for them. But they had no problem cutting you off, like literally with no explanation either, in the dirtiest way possible. Not even making sense of why they're doing what they're doing. Didn't even bother to communicate, because there's nothing to communicate with when you are with a dirty person like that is doing dirty things like that. There is no communication. They can't tell you anything different because they cannot tell you, they cannot communicate to you what their plans are, because they are going to ride the cock carousel. That's what they're doing. Promiscuous things. And guess what? When they decide to come back, when it's convenient for them, like I said, if you're any bit smart, I don't care how bad she is, how good looking she is a 0 out of 10. After something like this takes place, you can never look at her the same ever again. You just cannot. She is no longer yours. And you probably had her when she was fresh. And now she's for the streets because she decided to do what she did. She's off the market completely. Her value is probably 8 or a 9. And now it's a 0. And I say 0 because in my eyes, you're wrote off. If you're wrote off, you have no value. A person like that to me has no value. You stand no chance at all. My sexual desire towards you is a 0. How I think about you and your mindset is a 0. 0 interest, because for somebody like that to do something like that, it just shows that their mindset is a 0, because they're not thinking long term. They're greedy. They're selfish. They think they can get away with these things and do all these things and still end up all right, and it's just so far from the truth. They're never going to end up with the man they could have had because they go and do something like that. And to be quite honest, it is typical Narc 101 behavior. It is, because they don't have empathy. They can't feel what you feel. They don't care about you at all. They only care what can be done for them. They're not willing to play fair. They're not. And guess what? Life is not fair, so you can't jump out of your socks when something like this happens. You got to take that L. And you know what? It's not even your L in the long run. It might have been at that moment. You might have felt like you took an L because you could have did something really good with this person. Something really good could have came out of it with you and this person. So it felt like an L at the moment. But when you keep on your path and purpose, when you put in all the work, you become successful. The more and more and more you lean towards that way in the future, the more and more and more of an L it is that they take. And in the moment they feel like they are winning when they do something like this. And I'm using this as an example because it is perfect. It is perfect. Narcissists are the ones that take things for granted and not think twice about it, because they seriously do not care at all. They're not long-term thinkers. They're right-now thinkers. What can benefit me right now? And you know what? I'm going to do that, and I don't care how it makes anybody else feel. I am entitled. I'm going to do this. And guess what? If this person becomes a person that I want them to be, or if I can benefit from them in the future, you know what? I'm going to come back because I know I can get them back. Think again. No, you can't. Because you can never get a high-value person back. whenever they see you for what you are. And that's when you pay. That's when you're left stranded with something much lesser of value. Because that is what you deserve. Because that is where your value is at. You get what you deserve in this life. If you want more, if you want better, you become better. That's it. That is it. So, I thought that was a perfect example to explain it this way, but this is basically what happens when you become successful, when you become more high value, when you get your shit together. It's like everything just starts going your way. Everything is turning out for the greater good for yourself because you did not give up. You stayed focused. You stayed on your path and purpose. While this person decided to have all the fun in the world. And there's consequences to that. Because if you want good things, you got to put in a little bit of work at least. You got to sacrifice at least a little bit. You can't just go and think you're just going to be on this vacation and have all this fun. No consequences. There is consequences. Because you're not a queen. And a high value man is going to know you're not a queen when you do this. And he doesn't want a little skank like that. Because that's what you are. You are a skank if you do things like that. It's not what a high value man wants. It's not what a high value woman wants either in a man. If he's going to take her for granted. If she's going to cook and clean, do laundry, do everything for him, and he just treats her like trash. Doesn't do anything good for her at all. That's what's going to happen. You are going to get kicked to the curb. And you're not going to have another chance. Because when true colors are shown, there's nothing else to be said. It's a wrap. So, this is exactly what happens when the narcissist sees that you're successful. And you did it without them. Whenever they try to get you back and you won't take them back, they hate you for it. But it was no problem whenever you wanted them at that time. They didn't care. They just ghost. No explanation, no anything. They think they're free. They think they're going to do whatever they're going to do and then come back when it's convenient because in their head, they're the shit. In their head, they're awesome. In their head, they think for sure you'll take them back. Which shows the delusion on top of that. And that's when reality kicks in. Because reality always hit narcs. Always. Reality is always going to hit the narc. And they're going to live in so much regret. I've had women that I've dated in the past say, you know what, I'm probably going to regret this. The decision they made to just not follow through. Like, they literally said those words. And guess what? They live in regret. In sorrow, with much lesser than they could have had. But guess what? That's who they were supposed to be anyways. So you can't even sit there either and be like, wow, what could it have been? You can't even say that because you know what it could have been. Nothing. Because they weren't even the person you thought they were to begin with. You saw potential. That means nothing. Most people in this world do not live up to their potential. So to have a partner like that, and to be freed from a partner like that is a blessing. You did not want them anyway. You wanted the version of them that you thought they could have been with you. You've seen yourself growing with that person. You've seen amazing things that could have happened. And they just could not go through with it because that's not who they are. They are scavengers. And nothing less and nothing more. That is what they are. And do you want somebody like that in your life that can bring you no value? These are the same people you ask, what can you bring to this relationship? They're going to sit there and they're going to think about it for 20 minutes and not be able to give you an answer because they know they don't bring quack shit. Serious. They bring nothing to the table. They see everything as What can I earn from this person? What can I get? What can I get from this person if I was to go with them? What can they do for me? They never think, what can I do for them to make them happy too? They're never going to think that. Because they are low value. They use certain things to manipulate their way into situations like that. But it actually never works. It's always going to come crashing down. They're never going to be able to keep anything that is actually of value. Because valuable people also want that same energy, at least in a sense, reciprocated. They're not going to tolerate low BS. They're just not. And that's why these are the same types of people that end up leaving relationships out of insecurities, out of fear, because they know deep down inside they're not what you want. They just know that. But they can play it off pretty good. So in your head, they're not showing you that. So in your head, in the beginning, you think highly of them. You see potential in them. But they already chose what they're going to be, and it's not what you think. That's why these individuals will ruin relationships. I've seen it time and time again. I've dated girls in the past that left out of fear, out of insecurities, went to somebody else, did the same thing to them, left out of fear and insecurities. They just continuously go and go and go and go and go. They're in a new relationship every time you turn your back around the corner. They cannot stay in a relationship for any more than like a year. And even in that year, bad things happen. Like they're complete batshit crazy. So, if you're ever in something like this, you just cut that cord off. You cut them loose. You kick them to the curb. They're wasting your time. And you know what? Some of them are real good at playing it off for a while, for months, up to half a year, up to a year, to get what they want from you. And then they have all these built-in excuses of certain things. Like they literally make you feel like you weren't good enough at one point. It's just the way they leave. But in actuality, it is them. It's 100% them. And some of them will tell you that. Some of them will be vulnerable enough to tell you that they are not good enough for you. I've had that happen too. But some of them will hide it and just discard you and make you feel crazy. I've had that happen too. And I've had that exact same person be vulnerable at times and admit that they got serious issues. And all these situations are so far in the past, it's not even funny. But I'm just doing this video for you guys, and I want you guys to know that this is all the truth. So if anybody ever, even remotely, can relate to like anything that I'm explaining, you got the answers. You're not crazy. Like, these people are batshit crazy. They're never who you think they are. It's just madness. 100% madness. So, yeah. And when you become successful, some of these people may try to come back to see what they can get out of you. Some of them won't. Some of them will damn well know, you know what? This person's way too far ahead. I'm just not even going to bother. But in actuality, they're going to either pretend like they love you or they're going to hate you. And either one's going to happen, so. And that's a short way of explaining it, but it is what it is. So, yeah, I'm going to cut this video now, and I got another video topic to do, so get to that one, and I'll be back.